No, we're not taking it. Look at the title of the video from Owen on. Juneteenth, replacing the 4th of July. Now, my husband goes, it has nothing to do with it, with the dressing up and drag. Let's find out.
As the National Museum of African American History and Culture, part of the Smithsonian, calls it, Juneteenth is to be seen as a second independent...
The Smithsonian should never be trusted. They completely destroyed the United States of America's artifacts and Indian artifacts, but I don't see any Dems jumping down their throat for throwing their shit away in the water.
Independence Day. Much like the Pride flag taking the place of prominence ahead of Old Glory at the White House last week, Juneteenth is similar...
Told y'all, I made a video about it. 2011, they made a committee to replace our United States banner with the Pride flag. That is treason.
Being set up to overtake the 4th of July in our nation's collective conscience. Especially when you remember we already have a new Black national anthem that's been played before professional sports games.
Sick.
Recall that this is the same museum which back during the summer riots of 2020 were calling traits like hard work, accountability, timeliness, and the nuclear family relics of white supremacy. Now, the reason why I bring all this up is because wokeness and all the related ideologies which terminate in it is at root a system of belief for those who want to take everything and to make nothing. It's the ultimate level of liberalism. I want what I want, how I want it, and when I want it, and don't you dare ask anything of me in return. So step one to do so is to erase history and to rewrite it as a supervillain story for all the Marvel brain-addled youth whose midwit intellectual skills have heard, well, something about slavery. They think they know everything about it and its history, and it now gives them a boogeyman against whom no...
And that's what I told my husband. They're making it all up.
...low is ever too low. And that's the key takeaway.
Here's the thing. We have investigated so much that nothing surprises us, and we don't get... convinced by the news that these things are happening. We know it's a lie. And the people that we've been talking to, they don't know it's a lie, but they're learning, but they got scammed again. My husband believes this.
It's a nasty and a vicious ideology which allows race hustlers of all colors to parasitize off those they can't outcompete. It allows women to hate men and to take them to the cleaners as they commit suicide in droves, for porn-addled men to take out their bizarre sexual fantasies on women and innocent children.
Yuck.
There are other mix and match options. Just take your pick. There's something for everyone in this lazy ideology, well, except for virtuous and faithful religious Americans, specifically Christians whose work ethic, hard work ethic, literally built this nation and gave it the tools necessary to thrive. A very interesting new article over Palladium magazine by author Harold Robertson brings us to light with the ominous headline, "Complex Systems Won't Survive the Competence Crisis." The article begins by laying out the following examples, quote, "At a casual glance, the recent cascades of American disasters might seem unrelated. In a span of fewer than 6 months in 2017, 3 U.S. naval warships experienced 3 separate collisions, resulting in 17 deaths.
17, huh?
Owned by PG&E started a wildfire that killed...
Yep. And how much are we paying PG&E? It's doubled, it's tripled.
...killed 85 people. The pipeline, carrying almost half of the East Coast...
If they killed 85 people, their company needs to be investigated. It's not very safe. Oh, wait a minute. Billions of us pay them money. It's okay. Just give them a fine.
Gasoline shut down due to a ransomware attack. Almost 500,000 intermodal containers sat on cargo ships, unable to dock at Los Angeles ports.
Oh, Evergreen, huh? Is that what you're saying? Evergreen is stuck at the Los Angeles ports.
A train carrying thousands of tons of hazardous and flammable chemicals derailed near East Palestine, Ohio.
And right before that, Biden said, I know a lot about trains. Oh, I know everything about trains. Just ask me. Then a train derailed.
Traffic control cleared a FedEx plane to land on a runway occupied by a Southwest plane preparing to take off. Eye drops contaminated with antibiotic-resistant bacteria killed 4 and blinded 14.
What the?
End quote.
Eye drops?
To explain how this entire nation is built on top of highly complex systems that all have to work in finely tuned harmony by people who know what they're doing. And when something goes wrong, the downstream effects can be absolutely catastrophic. While that is always a possibility, living in such a technologically and hyper-connected age, we're now making such catastrophes more likely by erasing meritocratic standards. He says, quote, The Scholastic Aptitude Test, SAT, revolutionized college admissions by allowing elite universities to find and recruit talented students from beyond the boarding schools of New England. Following the adoption of the SAT aptitude tests such as Silver Lake 1936, Graduate Record Examination 1936, Army General Classification Test 1941, and Law School Admission Test 1948 swept the United States. Spurred on by the demands of 2 world wars, this system of institutional management electrified the Tennessee Valley, created the first atom bomb, invented the transistor, and put a man on the moon. By the 1960s, the systematic selection for competence came into direct conflict with the political imperatives of the civil rights movement.
There's your class. Bye, friends.